What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new episode of the Journeyman Save. Today we have the fourth game of our Champions League group, the third game that you guys have seen. It's at home to Sporting, it's an important game. I'm going to show you guys some previous results and we're going to try and kick on and maybe top the group. Let's get on with it. Right, so what's happened since you last saw me? The last time you were here was, I believe, this double header of Man City and Rubin Kazan. We then went on to play against Terrick, in which Afonso Salsa scored 3 goals. He got a hat-trick in the game, just 2 games after scoring 2. I have given him a few games rest as well. He's missed out on a few. This game, I think he got 2 assists as well. We will look through some of these. The Terrick one's not really that important. It's a 3-1 win. We will look at the previous Champions League game. In that match, you'll see here, Afonso Salsa again got man of the match. He got 2 assists. The bloke was absolutely on fire. I'm only going to show you quick highlights from this game because that's all you need to see. Champions League games are important. You guys want to see the Champions League. So as you see here, they came down the right and they actually scored a headed goal from Kurkic. I thought it was going to be Bojan Kurkic, but it wasn't. It was a Regen Harris Kurkic. I was getting a little bit worried. As you see up here, the stats weren't so bad. It wasn't until the 22nd minute that we got the equaliser. Dada had the ball here. Salsa played a ridiculous ball through, and Shalander scored a lovely toe-poked goal to equalise for us. Then Sporting took a 2-1 lead. We had the ball in their, basically in their box here. We whip in the cross, and they clear the header. And it goes to Kurkic again, and Hassan is on a ridiculous sprint. We've got 6 men back here. You'd think they'd be able to deal with the 2 of theirs, but they play it out wide to, I believe, their right back, who cross it into Kurkic, who plays it back to Leandrinho, who somehow finds Hassan to make it 2-1, sorry. And then in the 33rd minute, all 4 goals were in the first half. We had Shalander on the edge of the box here, plays it to Salsa, who cuts it into Marcos Alonso. An unlikely goal scorer, but a goal scorer nonetheless. We did then kind of bottle it against Amcar, who I think were quite low down in the division. We had 12 shots to their 6. I did rest a few players. We started Higuain, as you can see here. Played a few different players that we wouldn't usually have planned to play. And it didn't really go too well. We lost 1-0. We then played in the Cup against Cuban Krasnodar, who were actually relegated, so I thought it'd be super easy. We played quite a weak squad again, a few different players. Vidal started, Kotov started, Higuain started. A lot of players you wouldn't expect to win. It took penalties for us to win. And then we played Dynamo Moscow, and we won this one quite comfortably, 28 shots to 3. The fact we only scored 1 is a bit upsetting. We did actually start with Djorkaeff in Cam, Arturo Vidal, a few different players, because I feel like at the moment, as it stands, I mean, we win our game in hand and we go top of the table. So that's not too much of a struggle. Making sure we have a fully fit team for the Cup, for the Champions League, is the most important part for me. And as you can see, we're still unbeaten. We do have 2-2 draws away from home, which isn't the end of the world, you know, because those not dropping points, like losing to these 2 teams, is key. I think this is how the league, the group should finish. And the fact I haven't lost to either of them does fill me with quite a bit of confidence. It's a shame we didn't beat Copenhagen, but not bad nonetheless. So, going into this game, Jordan Murray is actually going to sit on the bench again. He may be potential to be a 5-star player, literally like the best player we could possibly get. But he's still just miserable, and until he accepts a contract offer, it's going to be hard for me to play him in these bigger games. So, Davinson Sanchez, who's been playing really well for us, comes in. We have our standard back four, Rapellini, Myasnikov, Sanchez and Alonso. Akinfeev in goal. McNamara just in front in the defensive midfield role. Dada and Yuri Tielemans in the midfield, as per usual, with Afonso Salsa, who's on a 7.91, might I add. Incredible, 8.36 last 5 games. And then we've got Shalander and Yuri Demin up top. Yuri Demin is in really poor form. If we look here, he is doing very badly. He's only managed a 7 in 1 of the last 5 games. So hopefully he can pick it up in the upcoming days. And hopefully this game in particular will be the one that he sorts himself out on. But enough waffling on. It's been about 5 minutes. We're going to go into our game at home to Sporting Lisbon. We are the 5-4 favourites. I would like to win since we're at home. They've got still the same front 2 of Hassan and Kurkic. Most of the players I'm not really too familiar with. Rui Patricio, I know. I'm sure I recognise a few of the other guys if I properly look into them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm quite positive about this one. I think we should and could win it. And yeah, I'm not too worried. I'd like to think the team are more than capable of getting the 3 points here. Myasnikov now has a free kick just inside their half. They play it to Dada. It's at Tielemans now. Tielemans needs to come up today. He needs to have a good game because he's not been good for us. at all this season, really. It kind of made me wish I had taken some of the big money offers I had, like we did for Alenya. Tielemans on the edge of the box now, though. It would be so poetic for him to score, but he's actually dispossessed. They played it long with a great chance to counter-attack, almost identical to the first game. Literally on the 10-minute mark, they counter-attacked and scored. But we seem to have won it back here. We may be countering the counter. Schellander is coming forward now. He only has Demin in support, so they play it back to Dada. This is a very, very slow highlight. I forgot I slowed it down for the thing just now. It's out to Rapellini on the right-hand side. Falls to Schellander, and he almost converts, but not enough there. 10th minute. It's kind of nice to actually be riding it out. If we look at the latest scores, you can see Atletico Madrid, they were losing to AEK Athens. It's a Greek side, quite unusual. You wouldn't have expected that, but they have pulled one back now, so not quite as impressive. But Sousa's coming forward here. He plays it to Dada, Marcos Alonso. As I was saying before, I kind of do wish we'd taken the offer for Tielemans because Schellander 1-0. Absolutely lovely stuff. Important goal 20 minutes into the game. But yeah, I kind of wish we'd taken the offer for Tielemans. We were offered, combined, I think, with money over time and a few other things from Barcelona, a total of about 55 million quid, which, given I think he's on like an average of 6.8, 6.9 this season, that's an incredible offer, and I don't think it will be matched next season. And considering we sold Carlos Alenya and replaced him by someone who performed so well, maybe we should have taken the offer. But we've coming forward now. Demin through on goal. He's having a poor run of form, but that form has changed for the better. Just 2 minutes after the first goal from Schellander, we double our lead. 2-0. Yuri Demin here done fantastically to beat his man. Gets himself to the edge of the box. Goal. That's huge. A win here is massive because, as I mentioned beforehand, I believe that it will be us and Man City going through, and Sporting are the only real rivals. So the fact we've got 4 points off them gives us a lot of faith. Now, Man City have just gone 1-0 up in their game. Jose Gaia giving them the 1-0 lead. But that doesn't matter. As long as we win our game, that's all we can possibly do. And the only hope, too, is that we do still have to play these two teams. We should be guaranteed 3 points off Copenhagen. Now, you'd think we wouldn't bottle it again. And you never know, we could nick sank against City. So hopefully Sporting do the business against Man City. Still all to play for. 2-0 as it stands. I can make a substitution here, but I don't know what I want to do. Might bring on Jordan Murray for Miaznikov because he's a little bit tired. He's played well. Don't need to keep him out there. I'm going to keep Afonso Sousa out there purely because I want him to have a chance to sort himself out. I'm going to bring on Osipov for Schellander. It may seem bizarre. Schellander plays almost every game, and I don't want him to get burnt out. So, at 2-0, I'm feeling comfortable enough that we don't need to make a change. And if he gets to 2-1, then, you know, I can fix it. In fact, I'm already going to go on to standard now. Let's not give him any opportunities. We'll retain possession. Just hold it up. 10 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Time is ticking down. Man City end up winning 2-1. 3-1 in the end. It was 1-1 at one point, but that is that. Their game's over. Our game's over. Very, very happy indeed. It would have to be a colossal collapse from us to drop out of this now. We need to drop 4 points, and I can't see that happening in 2 games, which is quite exciting. We could be making it through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Good win, congratulations. On to the next one. Hopefully Jordan Murray will chirps up a bit. In fact, Yuri Demin's had a 9.0, so I'm going to big him up there. I'm going to see he looks happy, and I'm going to go and talk to him straight away and tell him how happy I am with him. Where is he? I can't speak. Why can't I speak to him? I don't think he wants to speak to me. Never mind. Hopefully he cheers up a little bit. The problem being, and it has been for a while, is these two are just very poor, and they're both important players to our squad. We can't have Jordan Murray, who was on a 7.38 last season. You can't have him on a 7.14. It's not good enough. His average is 6.9 in Europe. Just really isn't good enough. He needs to cheer up. For anyone wondering, I've put in this contract offer for Yuri Demin. He let me do it, so hopefully he accepts it. And Jordan Murray just won't let me do one. Hopefully he keeps playing. Hopefully we can keep him happy, and hopefully get something good out of him. Well, they can be annoyed as they want. He's not leaving for till 2026, and Jordan Murray's not going till 2025. So I'm going to give it a couple years. Keep trying to get him to do it, and hopefully they sort themselves out. If a crazy offer comes in, I'm going to say yes. So I've just convinced the board to buy the ground. So I think they're buying the stadium. Apparently it takes them 8 months to buy a stadium. I don't know why I got them to buy it. I don't know what difference it makes. But, oh well. Alright, we're up against Tom today. I don't know why we're only playing against one bloke. I guess they couldn't get a team together. But we're up against Tom for the next game. Couple changes. Akin5 stays in goal. Kuznetsov and Bogdanov return as our Russian fullbacks. Why have I've been in Russia for how many years now, and I don't think I've done the Russian accent yet. I basically lived doing that my entire childhood. I did live a normal childhood. Arturo Vidal is coming in instead of McNamara because he's a little bit tired, bless him. He's going to be playing as a regista. I want to see what he can do there. Yuri Tielemans stays in the midfield role. Just because, like, I don't know, really. We don't play for another 2 weeks, I guess, that's why. So he's staying in. Alan Djorkaeff will be playing in central midfield instead of Darda. And then Alfonso Salsa will be behind Shalander and Yuri Demon. I'm kind of talking a load of rubbish still, but I think that is all we're going to do. Do I play Jordan Murray? Nah, we'll give him a miss. Right, let's go into the game against Tom. Is there anyone actually on the field called Tom? That's what I want to know. Do we have a Tom? It's a little bit snowy, it looks. Strong wind, light snow. Lovely. Simply lovely weather out there today. Hi guys, weekend's here again. Alfonso Salsa is quite tired. Why did... he's suffered a back strain. Well, that's a quick sub. I don't even care. Sorry, he's worth more than this game against Tom, who are... They're alright, they're quite a good team. But if Alfonso Salsa strained his back in the first minute... Not playing him for 90, am I? I mean, they have just gone through on goal and FM5 deals with it completely fine. Yeah, I mean, come on. He's been our best player this year. If he's injured against Tom, I think he can cope. Like, we'll be alright without him, won't we? Yeah, hopefully. This is when Kotov comes in and he has the game of his life. This is basically his first start. He's buzzing. Yuri Demin's picked up a knock now. Signalling for a substitution as soon as possible. Well, let me make the substitution then. On comes Higuain. Any more injuries? Last season, I told you, last season we didn't have injuries. This season, it's going to be a problem. I think Demin's going to be out for a number of weeks. Months, actually. Demin's going to be months. And Salsa is going to be 3 to 5 weeks. But Demin is going to be a minimum of 2 months. Got a feeling, you know? I don't know why I'm putting this out there. Tom have actually been the better team by the looks of things. More possession, more shots. Just a lot better than me, really. Which is always nice and reassuring. Our midfield look like they have been absolutely brilliant. Huge sarcasm. Do I take off Tielemans? Do you know what? Who even cares anymore? Ben Wood, come on down. Don't think you featured a minute this season. I'm not throwing in the towel, guys. Don't think that. However, a draw is not the end of the world. A draw still means a win would put us top. But we're not going to lose. We've scored an own goal. It's come from a Kotov free kick. Get in there. That is massive. Terakov own goal. We're going to go on to standard now. We're going to hold the ball in a second when it gives me the opportunity. I really need to get a haircut, don't I? Flipping heck. Kotov here. Left-footed free kick. Didn't even know he was left-footed. On to... I mean, did he not realise what goal he was shooting at? Terakov there has gone for a very bizarre header. I don't really understand it. I don't understand it in the slightest, actually. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do. But that's enormous. That means we are technically top of the league if we count our game in hand. Let's say we get a point from it. Because it's obviously on the right-hand side, though. Somehow we've scored. Shalander makes it 2. Absolutely lovely stuff. The team can take a breather. They can relax now. Stay on their feet. Let's just do whatever you want, really. I mean, you're just not letting me do... You're not letting me do what I'm trying to do. And the game's over. 91st minute here. There was no other results for us to be looking at. FM5 will probably play it long. I'm quite relieved with that, considering we played quite a few changes to start off with, and then had to get rid of Kotov. Get rid of Demin and Salsa. Goes delicious with some guacamole. I'm happy with that. I'm upset with Yuri Tielemans. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really happy with that win. That's the sort of win where, for us to do well in the Champions League, that has to be right. Well, I got these completely wrong. Demin is out for basically 3 weeks. And, Salsa's out for 3 weeks and Demin is out for 2 days. Well, we don't play for 2 weeks, so that's not even a remote, not even slightly an issue. So, no worries about that. We play against Copenhagen. I think we skipped that one. And I'm going to come back to you guys for a huge double header of... Wow, we play flipping 5 away games in a row. It's going to be a double header of Mordovia and Man City. I would have done Zenit, but that's 3 months after because of our brilliant winter break. So we'll play against Mordovia and Man City in the next game, both away from home. Should be quite exciting. I'll see you then. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.